Hello, it's me here once again with our video. Be sure to like, comment, favorite, subscribe down below. And today we're going to be looking at Uriah Heep's album, Into the Wild, album number 22 in the Uriah Heep Discography review series. Just about done it. Going to be listening to the last couple albums tonight. Hopefully get those reviews out for you. But today we're going to be looking at Into the Wild, released April 12th, 2011. Its genre is hard rock, heavy metal, and prog, and its length is 52 minutes, 54 seconds. Features the new Uriah Heep lineup of Bernie Shaw, Mick Box, Phil Lanzon, Trevor Bolder, and Russell Gilbrook. Now, the thing about Gilbrook joining the band is it kind of felt like a shot in the arm for Uriah Heep. Wake the Sleeper, for me, was a really damn good record, and it was probably their best album, really, in years. I know some might say Sea of Light was really good, but to me, this album really blew that one out of the water. Now, getting into it, the track listing for this album is Nail on the Head, I Can See You, Into the Wild, Money Talk, I'm Ready, Trial of Diamonds, Southern Star, Believe, Lost, T-Bird Angel, Kiss of Freedom. Now, I'm just going to go through each song and just give a brief little thing of what I wrote down about it. Very upbeat for Nail on the Head, very energetic. It's something that Uriah Heep has always really struggled with, is trying to get that energy from that live show on an album. And it seems on this album, at least for me, it does, because I seen him live a few years ago. This feels actually like Uriah Heep concert, which I really love. Has some very catchy chorus with the nail right on the head, or with the nail right on the head, over and over again. Has some nice guitar solo and fills. Subtle keyboard throughout, I really enjoy. The only problem I had with this song is it gets into that Uriah Heep trope of being too damn long, where it's like, okay, you can cut some time off this, we don't need this. And it kind of really brought the song down a little bit for me, but not very much. On to song number 2, I Can See You. Upbeat, high energy, once again, nice vocal harmonies. I love the solos throughout. On to song number 3, Into the Wild. Very upbeat, has that early Heep feel to it, which is something I always love every time they kind of go back to that type of sound. The solo is short, sweet, it's to the point and what it needs to be, and that's something on this album, which is the first time really in years. At times, Mick Box perfectly times those solos where the short ones are short, but when he gets that time to really breathe, they give him that time to breathe on it. On to song number 4, Money Talk. Keyboard driven, like the guitar fills during the chorus. Nice key solo. Left me wanting more of it. I enjoyed the song quite a bit. On to song number 5, I'm Ready. Love the vocals on this song. It's a little bit too long, in my opinion. I like the solo at the end. I just wish Bernie would stop singing at the end and let Mick kind of solo out of that song. It really would, in my opinion, have made that song a hell of a lot better. Ended on a solo. It doesn't need all that extra over-the-top singing on it. On his song number 6, Trial of Diamonds, I like the soft intro. It very much is a soul song on the album. Love how the pace picks up throughout it, and it has nice harmonies. It's a nice change of pace song from everything that is at this point has been very hard, fast, heavy. This one kind of dials it back a bit and then really allows the album to breathe. On to song number 7, Southern Star. I love the singing on it. Very dreamy feeling. The solo is one of my favorites on this album. On to song number 8, Believe. It's a good foot-tapping song. Solo leads to a tempo change. Key and guitar part is very ominous, but once again, it's a little bit too long. On to song number 9, Lost, which was sung actually by Trevor Bolder. It's the only song on the album sung by Trevor Bolder, and it would be the last song sung by Trevor Bolder. I'll get to that at the end. Wish he would sing more on this album. It really shows what a good voice Trevor Bolder had. Love the heaviness of it. Just, once again, just a tad bit too long. On to song number 10, T-Bird Angel. I love the vocals And I love how the guitar solo soars. And that's something Uriah Heep, when they were at their best, they could always make those guitar solos soar. It almost feels as if you're flying through the air. And it should have ended with a solo. It didn't. I wish it would have. On a song number 11, Kiss of Freedom, acoustic intro, nice melodic solo, keyboard solos. It really is a good song. There is a lot of good stuff on this. If I had to choose a best song off of it, I'd say Southern Star, Kiss of Freedom, even I guess you could say Nail on the Head. The opening track was really good. Hidden Gems, Lost, or Trial of Diamonds was really good. Now, what did I feel after listening to this? This is probably one of my favorite Uriah Heep albums that I've listened to start to finish. It's very upbeat. It has actually a more upbeat feel than a lot of their 80s, 90s stuff. And it really throughout seemed to be one of those perfect records for Uriah Heep. This actually also features some of Mick Box's greatest, I want to say, guitar work on it since at least Innocent Victim. That's how long it's been since I think Mick Box was allowed to do this much work, or did this much work on an album, and it shows. I can't say enough how good Mick Box actually sounded on this album. It's his best album guitar-wise in years. Some of the songs are too long, if that can be a critique of it. Like I've said, some of them are just too long. Some parts get lost in the mix. There's a little production issue. I listened to it and I'm like losing stuff at times, and I kind of felt like I just wish they would have gone back a little bit over it and just kind of raised it just a little bit. But hey, I think I'm nitpicking at that part. It's the last with Trevor before he died. And this is always going to be the last Heep album with Trevor Bolder. And I think for Trevor Bolder, he went out on a great note. This album, last two albums were really damn good. Now, is this album as good as Wake the Sleeper? No, but it's still damn good. Bernie was good on this album. Typical Bernie Shaw at this point. He oversing some stuff, but it wasn't to the point where it made me want to turn it off. It's not that Fallen Angel repetitiveness on it, or that Different World or Equator where you're just like, damn, I want this to end. It actually is just a small nitpick of mine. Now, one thing I want to say, this album really did meld a lot of great of what made Uriah Heep in the 70s and what made it in today. It melded those two together more so than Wake the Sleeper, which I think is a great thing for Uriah Heep. This was fantastic. Like, the energy to it is off the chain. Great album. Can't say more than enough, especially about how it melded those sounds. I think both Heep fans, from old and young, can find this album and can find something on it that they can like. Now, if I had to give it a grade out of 5, I'd have to give it a 3.5 out of 5. Just because some songs got repetitive, mix was a little off on some songs, but all in all, it still is a really darn good listen. I would really suggest, if you've never heard this album, go out and listen to it. But anyway, that's my thoughts and opinions on this album. What do you think of Into the Wild? This is me here signing out. Peace.